Hi, Noel Brennan here. I wanted to do a quick video on one of the best examples of um, branding that I've seen recently because it captures so many different senses, and it was such a surprise because it was so simple. Let me tell you a story. I was in Eason's, a large stationery store in Ireland, and I was just going through the shelves looking for some office supplies, and I saw this. I'd never noticed the post-it branding at this quality before, but as you'll see, it's a really striking color. Um, there isn't a whole lot in them. You can buy these things in bulks. It's actually a very small amount. On the front, there's no tagline. There's no post-it notes, fueling your creativity or get curious or remember the things you'll forget or whatever. It just post-it notes, so it's a command. On the back, there's no real cell. There's just a one-line description, removable self-stick notes. The yellow is really powerful. Like this is, I would say bordering on fluorescent. They call it canary yellow. That's even on the SKU. Kind of reminds you of Tweety Pie from the old Warner Brothers things. And that is a big association that they're going for here with the yellow. The font is very authoritative. It's a stamp, but the graphic is quite comic-y or illustrative, and then it has more of that going on down here. And they're using orange, which adds a little bit more reassurance, but it's just post-it notes. One of the other things about yellow is that it's related to the sun. It has associations of childhood, creates a sense of happiness, and on the negative side of the spectrum, it can create anxiety. On the side, on the back, you have two blocks of color. So you got your blue and your pink. Blue is calming. You'll notice it with banks, PayPal, other companies that want to build trust, or Facebook even, or Twitter, trusted with your communications. Pink, sensitive and guiding. So you have a whole spectrum of emotions going on here just with the color. Also, they're playing with nearly every representational system here, or that's playing. This looks like a really serious bit of branding. I wouldn't say playing. In representational systems, there's a thing called the VACA code, which is how we remember or relate to things. That the V stands for visual, the A stands for auditory, the K for kinesthetic, the O for olfactory, the nose, sense of smell, and the G gustatory, sense in the stomach. So if I say to you elephant, you don't see the word elephant, you picture an elephant. If I say don't think of elephant, you'll still see an elephant. That's the visual part of memory and association creation. Auditory, there might be other submodalities in the memory, so you might have a sense of a sound. You might hear a stomping when you reflect on it, and that goes through each of the ones: visual, auditory, kinesthetic, olfactory, and gastronomic. So you can notice with the kinesthetic, it's a very slick feel to this, and it's also got a really good shine on the plastic, which has again associations with childhood. Now, where they really landed it, and I would love to find out from 3M, did they spend money researching this, is that when you open the pack, there's a really strong and pleasant smell of the adhesive. I'd really like to know if this repackaging or this redesign has how much they actually went into detail on getting that smell right, or strengthening the smell. Because if you leave this in your drawer, it smells out the whole drawer, and it's not an unpleasant smell, and it does create a little bit of a heady high. Not the same as a permanent marker, but just in terms of building brand attachment through all the senses for a very entry level price. But it is a premium above prices like this. You can get these much cheaper than this, a fraction of the cost, but the sense of experience and the amount of senses engaged in this branding, from the stamping of the name, the use of color, the smell, you know, the associations with childhood, the counterpointing colours. I was blown away. So I thought there may be some indicators for those who are rebranding or working on messaging or anything there that may just get you thinking. So that's my my post-it love for one day. Have a great day.